If you're a guitar aficionado, the name Django Reinhardt is a name that you know and you revere. On March 5th at the town hall, there will be a Django, a Gogo with amazing guitarists from France. And we are with the head of it and the conceiver of the concert, Stefan Ramble. Stefan, how did you get involved in playing the guitar?
Um, I studied guitar at age 15. I actually started when I was 4 years old with the piano, classical piano. And I was born and like not born in Paris, but I was raised in Fontainebleau, where Django is based. So it's a town also where classical music is very important because there is a program called the American Conservatory, which was held by Nadia Boulanger, who is regarded as perhaps the greatest music teacher in the 20th century. And so my piano teacher was one part of that group. So I got a very, very classic, uh, I mean, it's redundant, but a very classical training. Um, and then when I was 15 years old, I studied the guitar and I wanted to play rock and roll, the Pink Floyd and the Police and all that stuff, Led Zeppelin and everything that I was listening back then. And then at the age of like 18, 19, I just like fell in the Django world, and that was it.
What made you do this concert? Because this
The-
isn't the first of its kind.
So actually, it's a whole festival with a concert series and with a guitar camp. So I wanted to do a tribute to the music of Django here because I was kind of, how can I say, like frustrated maybe a little bit by the way the music was presented here. I started in 2003, so there
Mm.
was not much going on. And there was a kind of a misunderstanding about the music of Django Reinhardt and the Gypsies here, because the promoters who were creating that, they were just bringing people and have them play without any clue of what was going on. To them, it's just, oh, it's the music of Django Reinhardt. You guys just come and play and whatever. And I always thought the production were not like at the level they should be, and I decided to create my own, to have like a real production. Although I'm not a promoter, that's not what I do, not my job. I'm a musician, but I thought still that it was important to bring the right people together, um, because you can put like, depending who's together, you can produce a show one way or another. The artist is very important in his personality. Um, so there is the umbrella of Django, but in there, everyone has very specific personalities. So you cannot really have a bunch of guys coming and play Django. It doesn't work like that. It's like a soccer team. You just don't put people together and they play soccer and that's that. You need the right people together. You need to build a band for the event, and that's what I'm trying to do. So for the guitar camp, we have, which is like the whole week, the people that are coming, they have a specific angle of playing, so the guitar camp is going to tilt toward like one angle of it. Same thing for the concerts. I know that we have Raphael Faïs, for example, and I know the combination of Raphael Faïs with Laurent Estin and Sébastien Félix is going to be a great combination, and we're going to add some New Orleans colors with that, and it's going to work incredibly well. So I know exactly not only the New Orleans colors, but I know who's going to play there.
How did the guitar camp start, and how do people get involved in that, or can they get involved in that?
Yeah, so it starts March 1st, 1 through 5,
Hmm.
It's in Maplewood, New Jersey. And I have a room for 30 students. I try to keep it small. Some camps are like 300 students, but I like to
Wow.
keep it small to have uh, a good quality of teaching. And everyone has an opportunity to learn with the masters that I have from Europe and
How
from New
does
Orleans.
how does somebody get into the camp?
So on my website on the festival's website, which is djangoagogo.com, you can join. We still have a few seats available. And what we do three group of 10,
Hmm.
or about 10, maybe 9 and 11, like 10-ish, we do three groups like that with different levels. And we rotate the teachers every day. That's for the morning classes. In the afternoon, we have workshops with the various musicians. Everyone is going to produce a workshop of something like specific for the entire group. So we have two workshops, and then we have dinner together with wine and cheese. We're in a beautiful place, and then we jam. There's a lot of jamming all day long. And then after that, there is the concerts. So the first concert is at the camp where the camp is held. It's a house concert just for the students. And March 3rd and 4th is going to be in Maplewood it's a place called the Woodland that belongs to the city of Maplewood in New Jersey. And then we're going to have those two shows. The first one is Django Experiment, which is my full band, six-piece band, and the Europeans are going to sit down and jam with us a bit and all. Like everyone is going to play and jam. Then we go to a place called Lorena's after that, which is right across, and they have like a big bar and all, and we're gonna jam until like 1 a.m. Django stuff. So it's a lot of like hanging and jamming. On Friday night is the Django New Orleans. So I have musicians specific, also specific group of people who are amazing and tuba, drums, washboard, trumpet, trombone, um, violin, and all of us are going to play the music of Django Reinhardt, but with that very specific angle of um, of New Orleans in it. You see what makes the difference between New Orleans and Django mainly is the bass. Uh,
Mm.
you replace the bass by a tuba, and then suddenly it's not the same vibe at all. And then I really think that's the tuba that creates a completely different vibe.
What,
So
what would you say is the difference between American musicians and French musicians?
uh, the amount of cigarettes they smoke, no, I don't know. We have different sensitivities. In France, we grew up more with the sound of Debussy and Ravel and Chopin and Bach. It's a bit more classical in essence, and Django, of course. So it's a little bit more like string oriented, and melody oriented. While in the US is a bit more groove oriented and horns and rhythm section and drums and stuff like that. So we come from two different places, but in the end we all meet. So we're fine.
Who do you admire as a musician now?
Who do I admire as a musician now? That's like a very vast question.
Yes.
You mean on guitar? Like you mean people that are alive and performing now?
Yeah. Who do you see as the up and coming musicians to watch?
Well, I love Billy Strings. Billy Strings is doing great actually. I think he's playing like bigger and bigger concerts right now. Um, and there is also I love Henri Texier from France. I love Ralph Towner on the guitar. He's really a genius. But he's been there a long time. Up and coming is really Billy Strings, I would say. Um, it's very hard for me to say because also I listen to a lot of classic. I listen to a lot of things. I cannot say like that on the top of my head. Like uh, who do I really admire? I listen to like all the guys I was listening already in the 80s and the 90s. I love Pink Floyd, of course. Like right now, I'm like kind of discovering the Beatles or rediscovering.
Mm.
Yeah, that's it.
What would you like people to take away from Django a Go-Go?
Well, so there's the guitar camp, of course, for the people who are guitarists and are joining us. They're gonna have the opportunity to hang with those great masters from Europe, they are very difficult to bring here, and especially because we are dealing with like immigration, visas, and stuff. So that part is
Okay.
very complicated. It's so much more complicated than anyone can imagine. We have to build those huge portfolios, gather recommendation letters from people from all over the world in the music industry. It's like a real hard job to do that. And then they are in France, they are gypsies, they are in their place, they play guitar. It's hard to like convince them to come and play and all. So it's like the whole work is there. And so it's a very rare opportunity to see these people playing here live. So that's something very important. And for the students, these guys they have knowledge that no one has in America, especially because of the Django style. There is a living knowledge that you cannot share anywhere but in person. You see, it's not only about an arpeggio or a scale or a picking technique. It's not about that. It's like about seeing someone play. And there is something about that direct encounter with the thing, the life of it, that you cannot get through pure information. And you cannot get it through explanation with words and stuff. You can get it only by immersion with the person, with the group of person, and um, to feel that sound.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing this concert on March 5th,
Ah,
and
Mark,
we thank
yeah.
you very much for being with us.
Hey, thank you so much.